Leute, this is part 5 of Magst du grüne Bohnen class 10th Beste Freunde. And remember that we're learning together, growing together. We may make some mistakes, but we'll try our best to provide you with all the correct information. So previously we had discussed this paragraph and we had also done these like few words and we had also completed till Käse. Käse is cheese. So just take a look at these other words, which is Wurst, Wasser, fish, Nudeln, Gewürze, Gemüse, and Knoblauch, which all respectively mean sausage, water, fish, noodles, seasoning, vegetables, and this was garlic. Yes. And we had also done Teelöffel, which means tablespoon. Esslöffel, sorry, teaspoon is teaspoon. Esslöffel is tablespoon. Liter is liter. Kg is kilogram. And G is a gram. Now I'll come to these words which come under this macht ein Kettenspiel. What is Kettenspiel? Do a Kettenspiel. So basically what happens, it's like a chain game. But we don't have to do with that. We'll just take a look at these verbs because as I said, this page you're focusing more on vocabulary. Um yeah, so we have kalt, which is cold, warm, that is warm, heiß, which is hot, frisch, which is fresh, fett, which is fat, grün, which is green, reif, which is ripe, weich, which is soft. So these are few adjectives that you can use. We'll just take a look at basically this is 5a part and this is 5b part. So in the previous video we did not do 5b part, so let's quickly do it. So schau in 5a das Foto zum Rezept an. Welche Aussage ist richtig? So they're saying to look at the picture in the above recipe and you have to answer which is correct. So, Kartoffel puffern serviert man A. Grüne Bohnen with green beans. B. Frischen Käse, fresh cheese. C. Heiße Schokoladensauce, hot Schokoladensauce, hot Schokoladensoße is hot chocolate sauce. And D is kaltes Apfelmus, that is cold Apfelmus, that is like syrup. So I think answer should be D. It's not served with cheese, is it? It's served with, like, we put Apfelmus, which is your, it should be written somewhere here as well. Apfelmus, that is your syrup, like apple maple syrup. What was it? Yeah, something like that. So, Kartoffel, no, so sorry. Okay. So I think answer should be D. If you think it's B, then tell me why you think so in the comments. Because for some reason here it's marked B, which I think is incorrect, but let's see. So now what we have is a grammar topic which is null article plus adjective in accusative. That means no article plus a adjective in accusative. So what exactly this is? This comes under the topic of Adjectivendungen, which is adjective ending. As I told that we don't do grammar topics in this like Beste Freunde part because these require their own explanation in detailed form, which we do from get ready. And Adjectivendung is a very, very, very important topic, grammar topic from like boards because you get around 8 marks in this itself. Like there are 8 fill in the blanks questions, and you have it's each is of 1 mark, and it's very important. So that's why please go ahead and watch that video. We'll find it in the I icon over here. So we'll not just be explaining you null article, we'll explain you even about bestimmt and unbestimmt and everything that's required for boards. So go ahead and watch that. If I talk about what it is written over here, I'll just give you a quick overview. It says Ich mag, I like, frischen Käse, fresh cheese, kaltes Apfelmus, cold apple syrup, frische Ananas, fresh pineapple, grüne Bohnen, which is green beans. Now we can move to this, which is sixth part. So here it's yeah. So now we are beginning with this part, and this is the sixth part, A, B, and C. We'll directly come over here. Yeah. Was muss ich tun? What should I do? Basically, there. Let me just give you a quick overview what exactly is happening over here. Now we are coming to a little bit of a new topic. Here we talked about ingredients, food, and everything. Now we'll be taking a look at how to give a presentation. This mostly comes in use when there's an activity in class and you have to give a presentation. So you can use it as that. And this is in general points that you can use to give a presentation in German. It's pretty simple and it goes step by step. There are 5 steps that are mentioned from was muss ich tun, what should I do, and wie sage ich das, what should I do and how do I say that, are the 2 parts that will help you understand this. It begins with the introduction, then we come to the explanation, then we go more into it, then we tell about the pros and cons, and finally we end it with a nice outro. We thank everyone, which is Bedanke. So let's read it and understand it completely. First, stell dein Thema vor. That means tell your theme, your topic. Erklär den Inhalt. Clear the context, Inhalt ist Kontext, und die Struktur deiner Präsentation. That means you have to first tell the topic in the introduction, you have to tell the context, you have to tell the structure, you have to tell basically what is your presentation about. Okay? So, how do you say that? So, you can remember it like, you can begin it like, Ich spreche über das Thema. I am speaking over the topic and so on. Whatever is your topic. Ich spreche über das Thema Kochunterricht in der Schule. Cooking class in the school. You can either do it that way or whatever your topic is. Or you can say, Ich mache eine Präsentation zum Thema. I am doing a presentation or I am presenting over the topic and then your topic. These are like ways in which you can say this. So this is the first option. This is the second option. The third option is zuerst spreche is. Ich. That means first I'm speaking over. Dann und dann am Schluss. What is this? Basically, it means zuerst spreche ich über das Thema Kochunterricht in der Schule. First, I'm speaking over this topic. Und dann ich spreche über this, and then I'm going to speak over this. Am Schluss and concluding, I would speak over this. So this is your introduction. Vorstellung, introduction. Second is Berichte von deinen Erfahrungen. That means you have to basically prepare your explanation. Oder Erfahrungen, Berichte von deinen Erfahrungen oder Erfahrungen von Freunden und Verwandten. So, what exactly does this mean? It simply means that you have to prepare and if you're giving a presentation with your friend, with someone else, you have to prepare your explanation and as well as things related to it. So not you don't need to just explain that thing, but you can even include things related to it to make it really comprehensive. Ich persönlich. This is how you can begin. Ich persönlich. I personally. In meiner family. So basically, you're telling your experiences based on the topic. So if the topic is, let's say, Kochunterricht in der Schule, then you can simply say that I personally love to cook, or in my family, people love to cook. So, something like that. Bei meinen Freunden is das auch. So, at my friends also it is so. And basically, you can give instances of yourself. Next, also before that, over here something's written Zu Hause ist Kochen nicht. So if you have to like promote Kochunterricht in their Schule, you have to convince someone to basically do cooking classes in school, then you can say at house, I do not cook. I personally do not like to cook, but if these classes are there, I would know this basic survival skill. Next, third one. Berichte von der Situation in deiner Schule und den Nachbarschulen. Gib Beispiele. That means we have to prepare the situation in the school and the neighboring schools. Basically, you have to compare the situations between what is going on in your school and what is going on in the other school, and how it could be beneficial for you. So what I'm trying to say is that, guys, if you're watching this video from the perspective that you're actually going to give a speech, since right now I'm talking majorly about like what's written on the screen, but it's pretty much applicable for that. I'm just giving an example. First, you begin with your introduction. These are the ways in which you can begin your introduction. Then you kind of introduce your experience and others' experience. Then you make a comparison, you make a point, you basically elaborate further. Maybe you can say that wir haben keinen Kochunterricht. Der Kochunterricht ist ein, zwei, dreimal. Basically, we are saying that we don't have a cooking class, but in the other school there is a cooking class almost once or twice or thrice a week. Mehrmädchen, Junges besuchen, many basically you're elaborating further. That is going to help you. So you're giving a solid point of why exactly you should do this. This is all about a presentation, once again, not a speech, more like a presentation. Fourth one, nenne Vorteile und Nachteile und sag deine eigene Meinung dazu. That means you have to basically explain the pros and you have to explain the cons and you have to explain their meaning as well. So what is better? So you can do that by saying hat Vorteile und Nachteile when it has many pros and cons, and then you go on to explain it. Ich finde es positiv, weil I find it positive because, aber negativ ist, but negative, that is why. So you can just use these phrases. Ich würde deshalb sagen. That is why I would like to say that, das. Ich meine trotzdem, dass. I I am of the opinion that. And after you're done, you're basically, these are few phrases that we took a look at. After that, we take a look at a conclusion part where we basically kind of end everything, like the whole thing comes to an end. So beende deine Präsentation und bedanke dich bei deinen Zuhörern. So basically you have to end the presentation and thank everyone for listening to you. So few examples for that are: komme ich zum Schluss, that means now I have come to an end. Mein Vortrag ist nun zu Ende. My point or my presentation has ended. It has come to an end. Ich hoffe, war. I hope that it was, and whatever you want to say. Herzlichen Dank für eure Aufmerksamkeit. That means thank you, heartiest thanks for your time, for you listening to me, and all these sentences, phrases you can use in your actual presentation. It will really enhance them. So basically, we have to introduce, we have to experience, show our experience, we have to elaborate, we have to show pros and cons, and we have to end the presentation. From the next video, we'll begin from the next page. So go ahead and watch that.